Okay. Welcome once again to our drum lesson. I wanted to talk a little bit about a bunch of things, but first of all, I wanted to kind of define what kind of drummer we want to become. To me, there's two different types of drummers. Two categories, we'll say. There's the drum athlete and the drummer musician. And the drum athlete is somebody who, you know, is dedicated to becoming super technical, super fast, and being able to do all kinds of tricky things, which is very cool. And if that's the kind of area you want to focus on, I'm probably not the best guy, because I consider myself, I guess, a little bit more of the drummer musician. I'm more interested in the musical aspect of it, and playing the drums as an instrument that fits with the songs that you're an accompaniment instrument. So you can go online and look up drum lessons and drum techniques, and there's tons of guys who are way better than me, doing crazy stuff. But if you use any of that stuff in a song, it's just going to sound like a big drum solo. And if you listen to any popular songs that are on the radio today, all the drums are super simple. And studios or even bands out there looking for drummers, they're looking for people who have feel, who can play in the pocket, so to speak. Get a cool groove going, and it kind of feeds the other members of the band. So anyway, we wanted to kind of touch on that a little bit, I guess so. I'm not sure if you told me or Luke told me or somebody told me that you've already mastered the double kick, which is great. The double kick it's a hard thing to master, and so if you've already figured that out, great. I'm not going to go over that, but I am going to talk a little bit about using the double bass incorporated in your drum rolls. It can sound really cool. It sounds like you have a double bass. And that's something that you can use in songs. It's not over the top. And we're going to talk about paradiddles. I'm hoping that you know what a paradiddle is. If not, that's okay. It's not that hard to figure out. We're going to talk a little bit about buzz rolls. I mentioned that before, and you weren't sure what that meant, and it's just a term. But it's just a snare roll, and then there's doubles and singles. So I guess we'll start out with what is a buzz roll, and I'm sure you already know how to do this, but you just didn't know that's what you were doing. A buzz roll is on the snare, and it's like something you would hear like in military installations, I guess. But it's just something that it just goes like this. Okay, so this is what a buzz roll is. Okay, so that's what you would call a buzz roll. Okay, and there's a difference between a buzz roll and doing doubles, and so we'll just go quickly. A double or a single. A double is when you bounce the stick like this, and you can get really fast at that over time. And the way you do that is on the downstroke, you're holding the stick loose, and you kind of let it bounce up like that, and then you quickly, it's all happening in the matter of a millisecond, but as it bounces up, you tighten your grip like that, and you bring the stick back down like that. So if you could, this is something that takes super long time to develop, and it's not something you're going to get frustrated if you're hoping that you can master that, in a week or 2 weeks or even a month. It's going to take a long time, and it develops the muscles in your forearm, and it helps you get a good solid grip. And you can incorporate the doubles into a drum roll. Nathan, you got to go to the bathroom. Go. Terribly sorry about that. I have an audience. Okay, so this is just, again, the doubles, going 1, 2, 1, 2. So if you can practice doing that, you can actually incorporate it into drum rolls. So for instance, if I was wanting to make a drum roll a little simpler, so without doing the doubles, here's the drum roll. With doing, if you're using the doubles, you could go, and I'll just move around. So we'll just talk about that. Okay, so here again is just the way you're doing the singles. You're holding the stick loose, and when you're striking the drum skin, you're letting the stick bounce back up, and as it's on its way up, you tighten your grip and bring the stick back down like that. So you're letting it. So if you can just slow things down and work on your left and your right hand equally, you'll be ahead of the game, and it would really help you out a lot if you can figure this out or get this down. So.
I can see you in the video, Nate.
And so, if you can master or figure out how to do that on your drum skin, the snare gives you a lot of bounce back. So it helps you. It's not as hard to do it on the snare. So if you can get it down pat on the snare, what I suggest is
Bad audience.
okay. No more comments from the peanut gallery. No fighting, you guys.
I'm not funny at all.
Okay. Anyway, if you can get it down pat on the snare. Okay, so like I said, if you can get it down pat on the snare, because the snare gives you a lot of bounce, so it helps you. It's not as hard to do it on the snare skin as the others. Maybe try it on anything. You can try it on your legs. You can use your pillow. You can anywhere. Carry your drumsticks around all over the house, and just be practicing your singles and doubles. That will really benefit you a lot. And like I said, you could incorporate it into the drum rolls. You don't want to get too crazy, but it's just everyone seems to be teaching on how to do this. So if you can figure that out, what? Recording. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so.
Good.
Okay, we're going to talk about the paradiddle, and I'm not sure if you know what a paradiddle is. It's kind of one of the, it's a basic drum roll that they teach beginner to intermediate students, I think. Now, because I'm left-handed, everything is going to be opposite for you. So a paradiddle for me is you go left, right, left, left, right, left, right, right. So whatever I do, you do the opposite, okay? So hopefully that's not too confusing. No, he's right-handed. Okay, so can you, okay, here we go. So this is a paradiddle. So that's left, right, left, left, right, left, right, right. And like I said, it's the opposite for you because you're right-handed. Okay, so if you can, it sounds pretty cool, you can incorporate that. You don't have to do that with your left and right hand. You can actually use the bass pedal and your snare. So this is just a drum beat off the top of my head using paradiddles, but with your bass drum. So here we go. something like that. So you can just mess around using your bass drum, incorporating your bass drum into the drum roll with paradiddles. Something like I said, we were going to talk about the double kick. You've already figured out how to do that. That's great. And you can incorporate it into drum rolls. So if you, I'll just slow it down so you kind of get the idea. By the way, we're out in the garage. The drums have been out here all winter, and I haven't tuned them. They sound terrible. My fingers are freezing. So I apologize for how it sounds, and we're in the garage. Not the best acoustics in here, but anyway, you get the idea. Okay? So here's incorporating your bass drum into a drum roll. Something like that. That's probably, I don't know if the microphone's going to make it sound all distorted or not, but that's the idea. Or you can do lots of variations of that. You can maybe okay, sorry about that. Let's see, I wrote down a few other things there. Oh, okay. I don't know if you have access, or if you have a metronome, or if you've been, I know the last time I sent you a video, we talked about playing to a click track. If you are wanting something to play with that's more, a little more fun than just a click track, what you can do is there's lots of songs on YouTube. People have uploaded songs and minus the drum track, so the song is pre-recorded on time. So you can I don't think you can download it, but if you can just watch YouTube and play along with these songs. I just typed in drumless songs, and there's a lot of songs actually on there to choose from. So that would really help in developing your timing, because they stay true. They don't, if you lose your timing, you have to stop and jump back in. So it would really help develop your internal metronome, which every drummer really, that's the most critical thing a drummer has to have, is that internal metronome, because everyone else is relying on the drummer to keep everyone else on time. So anyway, so if you want, that's a very good resource, is if you go on YouTube, play to the drumless songs on there. It's just like jamming with the whole band. So anyway, I recommend doing that. I do it all the time. Anyway, I don't upload the songs, but they're already there, so I don't think there's any harm in watching the video and playing along with it. So yeah, so keep drumming. Let me know if you need me to go over any of this again. If it's not clear on the video or whatever, just let me know. We can redo it. Hopefully when it's a bit warmer and everything's working a little bit better. Yeah, so I guess that's it for now. Hopefully thank you, Chloe. I want to say thanks to Chloe for being my assistant and recording out here in the very cold garage. She was very brave and kept the camera very still, so thank you, Chloe, for that. Okay, so that's it. I'm signing off for now, and we'll see you around, and hopefully we'll be jamming together very soon. Okay?
Bye.
Bye-bye.